Happy morning, dear friends. Here's yours, Dr. Ajanta. Welcome to Demystify with Ajay. Dear friends, in our previous session, we saw how to plot different types of graphs using Python matplotlib library. And in this session, we will see how to perform data visualization with Seaborn, and which is yet another extremely handy Python library for data visualization. Dear friends, the Seaborn library is based on the matplotlib library. So therefore, you will also need to import the matplot library before you plot any matplotlib graph. So here to install the Seaborn library, you simply have to execute the exact functionality, that is the Seaborn as SNS. And of course, if it is not installed, we have to use pip install Seaborn. And yeah, dear friends, before you go, let we just start plotting different type of plots. Yeah, we need to import few libraries. One is on to that matplotlib and to the Seaborn. And here, this exact script just imports the matplotlib and Seaborn. And here, of course, we are just going to plot a size. So default plot size we have provided. And here it is done towards 10,8, and of course, yeah, we have used the RC params, which is one among the best plot function that is used in matplotlib. And here, dear friends, after this, yeah, we are using the load dataset, load underscore dataset method of the Seaborn module, which is used to load the tips dataset. Of course, here we have just provided the tips dataset. And finally, what it is? Yeah, here we have used the head function. So which the first 5 records of the tip data set has to be displayed on the console. So let me just have that. So here we go. So we are having the top 5 records. That is top 5 records of the tips data set. And dear friends, the tip data set contains records of the bills paid by the customer at a restaurant. So the dataset contains 6 columns here, and of course total bill, tip, sex, smoker, date, time and size. And you don't have to download these dataset as it comes built in with the Seaborn library. Okay, so we will be use the tips dataset to plot some of the Seaborn plots. So without any delay, so let's start plotting with Seaborn. So first of all, what we are just going to see is the distributional plot. See, actually this dist plot, which we just say, which is also known as the distributional plot, which is used to plot the histogram of data for a specific column in the data set. To plot the dist plot, you have to call the exact function, dist plot function of the Seaborn library. And the name of the column for which you want to plot a histogram is passed as a parameter in the exact displot function. And here we have just given the total bill. So with the total bill column only, we are supposed to work on it. So here the distribution plot of the total bill column mainly of the tips data set has been executed. So let me just see here. Okay, so here it is the exact distribution. So yeah, we are not going too much deep into that. Yeah, finally, let me just make it one more plotting. Yeah, of course, kindly have a note of it. This exact script plot a distribution of the tip column of the tips data set. So let me just see that also. And of course, dear friends, I am here to remind you the exact size of the data here. That is, the figure is 10,8. Of course, it was given in by using the RC parameter. And of course, here this is what the distribution plot of the column tip. And here, dear friends, the exact line, I think you are able to see a smooth curve here, okay, that is on the top of the histogram, which shows the kernel density estimation for the histogram. And the line can be removed by passing a false command also. Yeah, here we can just make use of it. Yeah, kindly observe the KDE, that is kernel density estimate for the histogram. If the exact value, that is the passing, falls as the value for the KDE attribute of the displot function, yeah, this exact smooth curve can be removed. So the same above image, kindly just see without that KDE. So it was done in the sense of removing that KDE. Okay. Now next, of course, what we are going to see is the joint plot. Dear friends, actually this joint plot is used to plot the histogram distribution of two columns. One on the x-axis and other on the y-axis. And a scatter plot is by default draw for the points in the two columns. So to plot a join point, you need to call the join plot function. Okay, and here it is the exact which is just shows the join plot for the total bill and the tip. So kindly just observe join plot of the total bill and the tip, and here yeah we are specifying the data is equal to tips data. So that is what we have already given in the previous. So kindly just I scroll above and to just show here. So this is what the data. Okay, so tips underscore data. So yeah, let me just execute and kindly just observe what we are just getting. So here kindly observe. So here it is the plot, and observe there are two plots is that. Okay, so a scatter plot is by default drawn of the point and in these two columns. Okay, and of course we are joining the histogram distributions also. Okay, so kindly just see here, one on the x-axis and one on the y-axis. Okay, let me just detailedly see here. And yeah, before going on to this, I just want to let you know one thing, dear friends. Actually see here, this exact scatter plot can be replaced by a regression line also, okay, in the join plot. And yeah, if you want to do it, so yeah, here we can just provide the value, that is reg, R-E-G, for the kind parameter of the joint plot function. Okay, once on just making it, kindly just observe how this is happened. So this is how the exact regression line we are just having here. Yeah. Next, dear friends, we are here to discuss on pair plot. The pair plot is used to plot a join plot for all the combinations of numeric and Boolean columns in a data set. To plot a pair plot, you need to call the pair plot function, and of course you have to pass the data type, data set alone. Nothing much more. So here, yeah, it is just going to show you the everything in the plotting. So kindly just observe. So here we just get the total bill and the tip, and next I just scroll down to show you the next one. It is all about the size. And yeah, we are all just getting the combination of all the exact functionality. And dear friends, you can also plot multiple pair plot per value in a categorical column. To do so, yeah, you need to pass the name of the categorical column as the value of the hue parameter. And here, yeah, we have passed the time. So the time exactly, okay. So here the exact script which is just to show is, we are going to have one function for the exact lunch and dinner, I think so. Of course, let me just have it. First of all, let me just execute it. And I just to show you the exact plot. Yeah, kindly just observe here. Yeah, so this is related to the lunch and to the dinner. Okay, so we are getting the plots, that is two pair plots, one for lunch and one for the dinner, and for every combination of numeric and Boolean columns. So see how this is happening. So this is what very nice when we just make more than one plotting. So when we just have it in above, yeah, this is how it just shows. But when we just made more than one or two, so here it just showing the pair plot. Okay, now next it is all about bar plot. Dear friends, the bar plot is used to capture the relationship between a categorical and a numerical column. So for each unique value in a categorical column, a bar plot is plotted. Okay, so which by default displays the mean value of the data in a numerical column that is specified by the bar plot. Okay, and here of course what is the exact script is, yeah, we are just going to import a Titanic data. Okay, so we have going to import a built-in Titanic dataset from the Seaborn library. Okay, so we are just going to use a load underscore dataset function, and you can also read the CSV file by name the Titanic dataset as to having us like CSV resources also, but here we are just directly loading it. Okay, once let me just load here, and now yeah, we are able to see the first 5 records where we can just see all the columns and to the top of the heading. So here survived, P class, sex, age, sibling or spouse, parent or child, fair, embarked, what is the class, and who, whether it is man or woman who just accompanies, and adult male, and which deck it is, and embarked town, alive or alone. So all these are all the exact main data set from the Seaborn. Okay, next we will call the exact bar plot. Okay, so we are just going to use the function bar plot from the Seaborn library to plot a bar plot that displays the average age of the passenger. Okay, so average age of the passenger traveling in the different classes. So here we are specifying the passenger class and to the age. So let me just execute it, and let me just show here. So different classes, so the class 1, 2 and 3, yeah, we are able to see that output shows that the average age of the passenger traveling in the first class is between, so kindly just see, it is between 35 to 40. So at most the average age of the passenger in the second class is around 30. So kindly it is exactly onto that line 30. And yeah, the passenger traveling in the third class have an average age of 25. So this is how we are just making it combination with the passenger class and to their age. Okay, now next you can further categorize the bar plot by using the hue parameter, that is hue attribute. Okay, for an example here, the exact script, it just makes the plotting, bar plotting plots that average ages of the passenger traveling in different class and further categorized based on their gender, that is the sex. Okay, so here both the things, passenger and age, it is already done in the above script, but here particular towards the sex category also we are just making it. So kindly observe the exact thing. So under this the output shows that irrespective of the gender, so here we are also able to see the gender as our legend. Okay, so the passenger traveling in the upper classes are on average older than the passenger class traveling in the lower classes, that the class 3. Okay, so that is how we are able to see here. And dear friends, yeah, you can also plot multiple bar plot depending upon the number of unique values in the category column. To do so, yeah, you need to call the category plot. So here it is cat plot function, and yeah, of course you have to pass the categorical column name. Okay, so categorical column name which you want to just see. Actually here the exact column which you are just passing is category column, and as the name here which we just passing it to the column, and here it is all about the survived. Okay, and here, yeah, of course this exact script plots two bar plot, one for the passenger and who survived in the Titanic that accident, and one for those who didn't survive. Okay, so that is what the main column which we are passing it. And kindly observe, dear friend. So here it is survived 0 and survived 1, and among this, kindly observe, passenger 1, passenger class 1, 2, 3, and in that male and female. And here passenger class 1, 2, 3, in that male and female who are survived. That is what here it is in differentiated. Yeah. And next we are here to make the count plot. Dear friends, the count plot plot like a bar plot. However, unlike the bar plot, which plots average values. So the count plot simply displays the count of the occurrence of records for each unique value in a categorical column. So the count plot function is used to plot a count plot in the Seaborn function. And yeah, here we are just having, and of course kindly just see the count plot of the passenger column of a Titanic data set. We want to get it done. So kindly observe the number of passenger here. So here passenger class 1, 2, 3, the numbers, the count it just shows, and here it just shows that around 200 passengers traveled in the first class. So here we are having the 200, and while an overwhelming majority of the passenger traveling in the third class, I think you are able to see here, it is nearing to 500. And dear friends, like a bar plot which we have just done before, yeah, you can also further categorize the count plot by passing a value to the hue parameter. And of course here also we are just making the hue parameter is equal to sex category, and here yeah, the script just plots the count plot for the passenger traveling in different classes under the category wise. So here kindly just observe for passenger 1, passenger 2, sorry, P class 1, P class 2, P class 3 with the combinations of male and female. This is what we are able to get it from here. And next it is all about the box plot, dear friend. So this exact box plot is used to plot a quartile information for data in a numerical column. So to plot a box plot, the box plot function, that is the method, is used. And yeah, to plot a horizontal plot, yeah, the column of the data set is passed to the x-axis. And here if you want to make it in a vertical manner, you have to pass it to the y-axis. Okay, let me just see both the things. So here it is all about the x-axis. So let me just see the exact box plot in the x-axis here. So see here it is all about the far column. So that is what here we have passed it to the x variable. The same thing here, the same far variable. Similarly, okay, the plot, vertical box plot for the far column of the Titanic dataset is just done by applying it into the y attribute. So kindly observe. So here it is what we are able to see here. And yeah, we are going to get in depth to this box plot because it is very much important. Before that, yeah, you can also plot multiple box plot for every unique value in a categorical column. So for instance, actually here this exact script, it is just going to show the box plot for the age column. Okay, so here for the age column of the passenger who traveled alone, as well as for the passengers who were accompanied by at least one other passenger. So that is what we are going to make it. So let I execute here. So kindly just observe the plot. So here it is what, so whether they traveled alone or with any one of the person, so what is the exact age that is also given here. And yeah, dear friends, first let me just discuss that exact passenger traveling alone, which are represented by this orange box. Okay, the result shows that half of the passenger were more than 30. So kindly just observe the mean here, it is above that, it is 30, while the remaining half of the aged less than 30. Okay, among the lower half, the age of the passenger in the first quartile was between 6 and yeah, of course here it is 6 and to that of 10. So kindly, yeah, it is above the 5, it is above that of minimum, and here it just goes towards 20 above that, maybe 22 or 23. Okay, so here this is what it just specifies. The first quartile was between 6 and to the 23. Okay, and while the passenger in the second quartile was aged between 24 and 30. Okay, so which previously we have just specified, this is 23, and here 24 to 30, that is the second. And in the same way, yeah, you can also get the information of the third and fourth age quartile of the passenger traveling alone. So here in the orange, yeah, we can just make it, that is 30 to 40, and from 40 to 65. Of course, here it is 64 or 65, like this we can just specify. And dear friends, a comparison of two box plot reveals that the median age of the passenger traveling alone is slightly greater than the median age of the passenger accompanied by the other passenger. So you can just see this, the exact median, range. Okay, so like bar plot and count plot, yeah, the hue attribute can also be used to categorize here. Okay, let me just include that hue here and we execute it. So of course, so kindly just observe. So here this exact, first of all, I just to show you the script. Yeah, this is what the exact script, which is just plot the box plot for the passenger traveling alone and along with other passenger. Okay, and of course further categorized based on their gender. That is, here we are just providing hue parameter which is equal to sex. And when on just making this, dear friends, kindly observe. Okay, the two box plots on the left corresponding to the hue box plot to the passenger on traveling alone, while the two box plot on the right corresponding to the passenger traveling alone. Okay, so here I just specify this is the traveling alone. Okay, yeah, and dear friends, the output shows that the median value of the age for the male passenger is higher for the both of the types. So when we just compare towards this female as orange, so even though if it is false, yeah, male is the one above that, and here also alone is equal to true, and there also the male is above higher for both the type of passenger. Okay, so that is the passenger traveling alone or not. Okay, furthermore, the male passenger who are traveling alone have the overall highest median age value. So highest median age value, that is the 40, which is specified here. And by default, the box plot draws outlier. Kindly just observe the outliers. So these are the exact outliers. And to remove the outliers from a box plot, you have to pass false on as the value for the show filler attribute of the box plot. And yeah, let I just show you here. Dear friends, here it is show fillers is equal to false. And for your information, dear friends, related to this outlier, what is outlier, why we have to remove it, all the things, I just make you a separate video and I just provide you the link in this description. Okay, so kindly just observe this. So see here, removing the outliers. Okay, now the exact output does not contain any outliers and for the box plot. Okay, next, last but not least, here we are in the violin plot. So violin plots are similar to box plot, but however, unlike box plot, this exact plot quartile information, violin plots plot the overall distribution of the value in the numerical column. Okay, so let me just have the exact script that plots two violin plot for the passenger, okay, traveling alone, and yeah, along with another passenger. And here for that I am just calling the violin plot function, which is used to plot the one. So observe here, this is what the plotting. Dear friends, the output shows that among the passenger traveling alone, the passengers whose age is less than 15, okay, so whose age is less than 15 are very few, as shown by the orange violin plot on the right. And this behavior is understandable as children are normally accompanied by someone. So this can be further, okay, so this can be further verified by the looking of the blue violin plot on the left that correspond to the passenger accompanied by another passenger. So which is ever here, it is 0 to 0 to 15, maybe 0 to 10 and more than that. Okay, and yeah, of course, the hue attribute, okay, which we have just discussed above. The hue attribute can also be used to categorize the violin plot. And here is the exact script that first categorized by the whether or not the passenger travel alone, and then by the gender. Okay, so kindly just observe here. And for you, the information, dear friends, the output shows that among the passenger traveling alone, the number of female passenger with age greater than 80. Oh no, 80 not. It is exactly 75. Okay, is less compared to that. So here it is more than 80 and it is less compared to the male passenger. And the trend that younger passenger did not travel alone stays the same for both this gender. Okay, so here it is accompanied by others. That is what here it is specifying. And for a better comparison and to save space, here what we are just going to do, yeah, you can also plot the split violin plot. Kindly observe this, both the cases we are just going to make it into a split violin plot, and the split violin plot, each half correspond to one value in a categorical column and half with the another. And for instance here the exact script, it just shows plot two violin plot, one for the passenger traveling alone and one for the passenger not traveling alone, that is accompanied by another passenger. Okay, and each plot is further split into two part based on the gender. So there we are just providing it by using split is equal to true. And observe how this is done. So see here, sorry, not here. So see here how it has been. So this exactly shows that, yeah, of course, you can make use of this exact plot. So this is very, very much essential, and of course you can use this exact plot wherever you are just making it in the shape of saving the space or anything. And of course category wise, one is male and female, which is accompanying, and even though you can just see the difference below, which is the exact to that of age. And see, this is the exact thing which is traveling alone, and yeah, both are just splitted into male and female, that has been combined. And yeah, dear friends, for your information, yeah, we are going to have our next session on advanced plotting by using Seaborn library. And don't miss chance to grasp these invaluable insights. So make sure you subscribe the channel. By subscribing, you ensure you are always in the loop, so getting notified about my upcoming videos. So hit that subscribe button now, and let's stay connected and keep exploring together. Happy learning, dear friends. Bye.